This is Farman from Majwari, Farman number 20, 31/12/1893. Maula Ali has Farman, if I do not seek Khudavan Ta'ala, I will not even do ibadat. The one who does not seek Khudavan Ta'ala with his own eyes, his eyes are blind.
So now we'll do this Ginan.
So this was Maulana Farman. This way, with Farman Shariat and Tariqah have explained to you. Its meaning is the one who does not see Khudavan Ta'ala, his bandagi is not accepted. Whoever performs bandagi without recognizing Khudavan Ta'ala and Hazir Imam, his eyes are blind because he does not recognize no Hazir Imam who is there.
You want me
to say it again? No, let me introduce. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we'll do this Ginan by P. Sadadi. We'll request Amina to sing one first verse.
Nurwela, Peeyo, Kariyo mana anaji, O pavira rakhosha, pira susabandaji, tame jago jago bhaira, raya.
Translation is, ए मेरे भाई नूर के वक्त पर नूर हासिल करो और तुम अपने दिल में खुशी हासिल करो और फजर के वक्त अपने मौला के साथ ताल्लुक कायम करो। ए ब्रादर तुम जागो क्योंकि रात ख़त्म होने वाली है। ए मोहम्मद भाई तुम होशियार हो जाओ क्योंकि रात ख़त्म हो रही है। तो इमाम इस the Peer is saying here that do wake up at the time of the Noor to seek Noor. And Imam actually has given us the farman, the best time to seek the Noor is from 4 to 5 in the morning hours, right? When you seek Noor, you attain peace from that time. When you sit in your bandagi, do practice on Isma Azam, you do seek peace from that practice. And that practice will help you make a relationship with Mawla. We just talked about having a relationship with Mawla. Mawla is my master. Mawla is my father, mother, my parents. Mawla is my friend. Mawla is my lawyer. And Mawla is my beloved. Right? So all are these relations. These are stages. These are steps. So when we start practicing, we walk on this path step by step. When I don't even know, when Mawla says that my Jamaat doesn't even recognize me in 2000 Farman, this is 2019, it is hard to see Mawla as my beloved if I don't even recognize him. I really need to know him to love him. And knowing comes through knowledge and practice. Knowledge of not Shariat. Remember we talked about rites and rituals, meaning that if we practice our religion as if we are performing a task like mechanically, then we don't understand the meaning in it. When we don't understand the meaning, it is very hard to love, to have ishq in our heart when we are doing things just for the sake of doing unconsciously, when we don't know the meaning of it. So, Mawla says, Fajr ke waqt. And this reminds me of the first part towards the end. Asar ke Malik. Imam is the Lord of the time of the Asar. So, point I was trying to make here, that all these times, Fajr ka waqt, Asar ka waqt, all this time actually has a meaning in it. Not just the time, but the meaning. What Fajr represents in our tariqah, what Asar represents in our tariqah. So, to build a relationship with Imam, it is the time of Fajr. But in dua, Imam says, we say that Imam is the Lord of the Asar. What does that mean? So just due to the word Fajr, I thought of that. Inshallah, in some other time, we'll talk about that. That how is he Lord of the Asr?
Another question you can add is, why do we need to seek Noor in the morning only? Can we not seek Noor in afternoon or evening?
Subhanallah. That would be another question. And I can add to this, just for food for thought, that there is a hadith that Allah molded or fashioned Adam in 40 mornings. The question would be, why morning? Why not evening? Why not afternoon? All these are times of the day. Why only morning? And Peer is drawing our attention that if you want to build that relationship with Mawla, sit, practice in the time of the morning. ए brother, तुम जागो क्योंकि रात खत्म होने वाली है. This is why actually I thought of the Asr. The night is going to end. There's a time of the evening. Evening is Asr ka waqt. So Mawla is the Lord of the Asr ka waqt, meaning evening. After evening comes the night and then there'll be morning. Meaning what happens at night time? You hide things at night. At night time you cannot see things. It's dark. In daylight, when sun is out, shining, you can see everything. Meaning the time of the night is used to hide things. Allegorically, this night is being used in Quran and Ginan to hide the secrets of Imam. Only those who recognize the Imam will see these secrets as if they are in the daylight. Right? So, Jago Raat Khatam Hone Wali, meaning it's not just wake up and sit for Bandagi. That's a literal meaning. Remember, literal meaning is for everyone. That's a translation. But the true meaning, the essence in it is that Imam, who is the master of the evening time, and morning is going to come soon, O Mu'mini, those who are seekers, get to his secrets very fast. If it will be morning time, everybody will know the secrets. It will not be secrets anymore. Everybody will know it. So if you want to get to the Imam's secrets faster and be rewarded, seek those secrets now, because it's still night time, but morning is about to come. A moment bhai, tum hoshyar ho jao. He emphasizes again, hoshyar. You know the word hoshyar, Imam has used this word for Peer Sadruddin. Peer Sadruddin, hoshyar ane dana hata. He was wise and he was intelligent. And then he says in another place that Mansur was hoshyar, akalman, because he walked on our path. You know, so he's telling us, have the intellect like Peer Sadruddin, like Mansur, those who were able to attain that fanafillah status, being one with Imam. Remember, Raat Khatam ho rahi hai. I cannot emphasize enough that if we were to seek Mawla, it is the time right now to get to the secrets of Imam, because when everybody knows who is Imam, then everybody knows it. What honor or winning in that? If everybody knows it, there is no winner. In Quran, remember we talked about a verse in which it says, run so fast that you become first. In physical life, competition is looked down upon. In physical material things, it's not good to compete. It's good to share and grow together, empower each other. But in spirituality, it is told in Quran to compete and to be the first. How strange is that, right? Seek to Mawla. If my Mawla is my beloved, I do not want to wait. I want to be one with him. How do I run fast so I can be one with him? Right? Sarehu Sabiku is the word used in Quran. Second word?
Well, so I had another question. So here you're saying that you want to run ahead and get all the secrets in the nighttime. The other flip side was you come to Bandi and said because all the angels are coming down. So that's what I was thinking, that all the angels are coming down at that time, and so that's the reason why you worship or you meditate and stuff in the night.
So that's true too. That all the angels descend and we can seek their help to help us to do ibadah. So that is right too. But still, so there are layers of understanding. So what you are saying is right. What I am trying to draw your attention to is also right. So with stages we will understand. Remember, Mawla has said.
She's giving you a hint to some secrets here.
Yeah. I'm trying to draw your attention.
She's giving you hints. Yeah, it's more than what she's saying.
Yeah. Remember, Mawla has said, ilm wali ruh darja ba darja upar chadti hai. The more I know, the more I elevate my ranks. Today my rank is such that we all understand if we were to sit in Nurwela time, angels will come down upon to help us. But then Peer is saying, Jago, raat khatam ho rahi hai. And he's saying to whom? Those who were sitting there in the morning time. So what is he saying? Wake up? No. He's saying something else. And that's what I'm saying. That something else is hidden from our eyes right now. Why? Because we don't have that knowledge. So we are not able to see or understand the secrets Peer is trying to tell us. He's saying, wake up. So you know the secrets. Meaning seek. Look for those secrets.
Eji utama hoi nai dhoi apana alakhane aradho khodare naran tame dura chukao tame jago jago bhaira raya
The translation is, ए भाई नहा धोकर पाक व पाकीज़ा होकर अपने मौला की इताअत करो और झूठे नहाने से दूर रहो. Now tell me, who would go to Jamaat Khana without taking a shower? If we are dirty, if we come after work, who would go to Jamaat Khana when they are not showered, they are not clean? Why would Peer have to tell Mominin in Jamaat Khana that go take a shower and then come to Jamaat Khana and then be obedient to Mawla? It does not make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. Then it means it is not physical nahana ki baat ho rahi hai. Nahana means what? Peer, burai se, amal se pakiza. Clean your heart. Be clean as if your skin is clean right now. You are in clean clothes, clean body. Your heart inside, which nobody sees, only you know it. What are your thoughts? What is in your heart? Only I know. If it is bad or good, I only know it. So Peer is talking to us, each individual, that clean your heart in such a way and then be obedient to Imam. If you do not have clean heart, no matter, we just heard the example of Abdul Rahman Muljim, who used to say so many namaz, and he killed Imam. Does that make sense? Who you worship, how can you be like it? We cannot even talk about that example, right? It's a very bad example. So, if our heart is not clean and we go to Jamaat Khana regularly, we sit in Bandagi, we do all the rites and rituals, we perform everything, are we truly obedient to Imam? Peer is saying differently here, right? And then he says, Jhoothe, dikhawe ke nahane se dur raho. Don't pretend to go to Jamaat Khana. Don't pretend to do rites and rituals if you don't understand. Don't pretend to say dua if you don't know the meaning of it. Don't do it. It's pretension. And pretension does not take you closer to Imam. The relationship cannot be built if you do not know the meaning.
I want to add something. The nana or shower has to do with the water.
Subhanallah.
And the water is an example or allegory of knowledge. So he's saying, with the knowledge, purify yourself. क्योंकि ना धोकर पाक हो जाओ. With the knowledge, purify yourself, and with the knowledge, follow the Imam, itaat karo. Because if you are just taking a shower, that's a lie. Because the physical shower is just a lie, meaning you are looking clean, but you are not clean. The only way you can be clean is with the shower, with the water of the knowledge, and that is the only way you can purify yourself. Purify on 3 levels: with your heart, with your mind, and with your concepts. क्योंकि अगर आपका दिल भी अच्छा है, you are an intellectual person, but if your concepts are not correct, then there is a problem. So purify yourself with the knowledge, then follow the Imam. Otherwise, all the other kind of shower, nana जो है, वो सब झूठ है, दिखावा है.
So is this the wazoo that Shariat ladies do versus like what Imam is telling us to go beyond
At
just
one,
the physical.
yeah, at one level that is correct, that physical washing of yourself, but a higher level of meaning is that water, meaning knowledge. Like let me tell you a farman of Sultan Muhammad Shah, a man who did bandagi for 40 years, and he goes to Imam, this is Baitul Khayal farman of Sultan Muhammad Shah, and he says, Mawla, I've been doing bandagi for 40 years, but I have not seen the Noor. 40 years. And you know the first thing Imam says, तुम्हारे आमाल पाक नहीं है, तुम झूठ बोलते हो. And he's like, Mawla, I attend Jamaat a day, morning and evening, and I do everything. What Mawla was saying, that if you do not clean yourself with the water of knowledge, you don't even know how you're wrong. Like, I don't even know, you know, it's interesting that if I don't even know how am I sinning, how can I keep myself away from that sinning? Okay, if I don't even recognize the Imam at the level Imam wants me to recognize him, then how can I even be rewarded at that level he wants me to be rewarded? I can't. Imam says, today's Farman, right, in Baitul Kalam, Allah said that it is my wish that once in your lifetime you see that Noor. When Imam says that Noor is given to us, but it is potential, it is not actualized for us. And the reason is that we have not elevated our ranks in knowledge to be able to recognize that Noor. Okay, so
इसका दूसरा जो गिनान याद आता है कि कपड़ा धोवे सो क्या हुआ, दिल धोवे सो पावे. And here again, Peer at that time is criticizing those who are doing wuzu but not cleaning themselves. जी.
I'm just thinking कि इसमें obedience की बात है, right? Even the concept of obedience, we say dua and we say Allahumma laka sujudi wa taati. मेरा सजदा और मेरी इताअत तेरे ही लिए है. Peer is saying, even if you are like not cleaned, पाकीज़ा नहीं हो, झूठे दिखाने से दूर रहो, क्योंकि इताअत तो हुई नहीं. Only if you meet these preconditions, then only you are obedient. If like a parrot, if I keep saying Allahumma laka sujudi wa taati, it's not itaat, it's pretension. And why do I call myself parrot? Because Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah said it. That if you were to say things just like parrot would say, or copy things as monkey does, what is the difference between you and monkey and a parrot? These are not my words. Imam has said this same words in Farman. Imagine. So our example, if we don't understand the meaning, if we just go by translation, then we are just like parrot or monkey. Not more than that. And I liked it what he said, that purification is at 3 levels. Physical, which we are talking about, wuzu or shower. Then spiritual which is hidden inside me. Nobody sees it. Purification at that level. And then third is intellectual. Purification at intellect, meaning having the right concepts. If your concepts are wrong, no matter what you do, you'll not understand things. If you don't understand it, we will never get it.
Eji utama abhyagata alakhane arado mora bhaiji aur save bhuta kira vasa jano tami jago jago bhaira raya
ए मेरे भाई, इस नाकाबिले बयान बेहतरीन मेहमान को याद करो. इसके सिवा बाकी सब भूतों का ठिकाना है. Oh my brothers, become the most perfect guest and adore or worship the indescribable Lord. The rest are all places of ghosts. तो यहाँ पे ऐसे मेहमान की बात हो रही है, perfect guest. So remember that indescribable guest who can be in your heart. Like ऐसे नाकाबिले बयान मेहमान को याद करो. कैसा मेहमान? Who I don't see right now. He's in my heart. And can I describe in words कि वो कैसा है? I cannot. He cannot be described. He is such who cannot be described. He has 99 names, but it's not enough. There's a beautiful verse in Quran which says, if I were to take all the water from all the seas in this world, and I take all the trees and make pen out of it, I will not be able to praise him enough. You know? It's beautiful. Rumi says this in his poem, and it's so beautiful. I love it. I don't remember it. So this is the verse in Quran. So he is such a mehman, such a guest who we cannot describe. Why we are calling him mehman? Because right now we have not invited him in our heart. Guest you invite. Please come to my place, visit me. We have not opened our heart. Imam says that the whole world I can live at, anywhere I want to, but I like to live in Momin's heart. But the Momin has to invite the Imam to live in his heart, right? If in a house where is dirt, all the flies and mosquitoes will come in. Similarly, if our heart is not clean, the negativity, and it's a house of shaitan. It is not a clean house. Imam will not come and live in that. So he's saying, invite that guest who you cannot describe by doing what? All the above condition, meeting above all conditions. Clean your heart first with knowledge at physical level, spiritual level, intellectual level. Then only that guest will come into your heart. Otherwise, you cannot invite him. इसके सिवा सब भूतों को ठिकाना है. Truly, all the thoughts, fears, it's like ghost having in your heart. It's not real. It's all ghost, right?
So, this Diamond Jubilee Farman Mullah says, when you receive their blessing, you will not be able to describe it. Even if you want to, they will not understand you. यहाँ पर यही गिलान में फरमाया गया है कि एक ऐसा मेहमान जिसको तुम describe नहीं कर सकोगे. So invite that guest in your heart. If you don't have that mehman in your heart, then everything and anything you have in your heart is like you are ideal or booth paras.
Next part.
Ejigat khatagari pachari rahe ni rahe tare tame jago moman bhai ji jagi jagi apana alakhne आराधो तमे जागो जागो भाईरा रयाड़ा वियारिया जी.
सुभान अल्लाह. ए मेरे भाई, जब रात की 6 घड़ियां बाकी रह जाएं, उस वक्त तुम नींद से बेदार हो जाओ और होशियार होकर अपने मौला को याद करो. यहाँ पे बात हो रही है नींद से बेदार होने की, ऊपर नहीं हो रही थी. ऊपर जागा ना, अनकॉन्शियस से कम इनटू कॉन्शियसनेस. यहाँ पे हो रहा है वेक अप फ्रॉम योर स्लीप. आई वुड लाइक यू टू एक्सप्लेन द 6 घड़ियां प्लीज.
Okay. So there are two different concepts of घड़ियाँ. कहीं पर कहा कि 6 घड़ी से मुराद है 6 hours before the sunlight. So meaning wake up at midnight to remember your Lord. उसको शब बेदारी कहते हैं. Remember this word, shab bedari. Wake up at midnight to remember your God. दूसरी जगह पर 6 घड़ियों को आधे घंटे से दिया हुआ है कि 3 घंटे पहले the sunlight, meaning wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to remember your Lord. उसको भी शब बेदारी बोलते हैं. शब बेदारी literally means take a small nap, rest your body, and then wake up to remember your Lord, but early. यहाँ पर जो attention draw कराया गया है to wake up early, not 4 o'clock. हमारी आदत क्या होती है, हम 4 बजे की घंटी रखते हैं, फिर हम जमात में पहुँचते हैं 4:15 4:30 बजे, है ना. दरअसल उठना चाहिए तकरीबन 3 बजे. कुछ मौला का नाम लेकर फिर तैयार होकर फिर आराम से मौला का नाम लेते 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 जमात में आ जाओ. So you'll be prepared for the test you are about to take at 4 o'clock. That's a preparation time, right? क्योंकि जब हम नींद में होते हैं preparation का time खत्म हो जाता है. So do wake up early and remember your Lord early on. जैसे जैसे हमारी आदतें बदलती जाएंगी, we will get more and more kind of expert in ibadat and remembrance. 3 o'clock will not be enough. Then you're going to have to wake up 2 o'clock. Because the love and the peace and the enjoyment is such that you will say 4 to 5 is not enough. I want to say in ibadat 3 to 5, meaning you have to wake up 2 o'clock. And then there is a time that comes in Abid's life. I don't want to say Momin's life. Okay, आपको पता है ना कि stages है. She looks at me like what? Okay, Momin, Salik, Abid, Arif. Those are the stages of a smiley. अगर हम Momin है, तो we need to become Salik, the one who walks on the path. सिरात al-मुस्तकीम में बैठा नहीं है, चल रहा है. And then Abid, जो इबादत करता है सही मायनों में, उसका नाम आबिद होता है. और फिर वो आरिफ बनता है इबादत के ज़रिए से, मारिफत रखने वाला. ठीक है. So when you get to this level, you will wake up at midnight, because now you have such a love of the Imam, you cannot sleep.
But
You will
how is
lose
it
your
practical?
sleep. It is really very much practical.
How?
It's very much practical.
So remember, when we look at things physically,
Practical.
it is not practical. But remember, we just did Nadeli. He is the manifestation of miracles. It happens in Abid's life miraculously. It happens in Abid's life miraculously. Physically, it is hard to understand. But there are people like that in today's time who daily wake up 12 o'clock, do bandagi, do giryazari, go to Jamaat Khana, do ibadat, go to work the whole day. There are people like that. There are people who wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and live the whole day without any naps or any sleep. So, is it possible? Yes. How? With knowledge, when we purify our physical life, spiritual life, intellectual life, then it happens. It happens in stages, one by one, one by one. But looking at these things, knowledge is needed. Right now, our level of knowledge is all worldly, physical. With that glasses, it seems impractical. But as soon as you will have glasses of spirituality, intellectual concepts are improved spiritually, you will see it different. And I have people here who have asked us the same questions, and I know them for a fact that they do much more than they used to do in this class right now. So it is possible for them now who had asked the same question. So is it possible? Very much so. Right?
Remember last week we were talking about, or 2 weeks ago, that when we asked a doctor, is it possible for a person to not eat and drink?
Yeah.
What happened? What was the result of that?
Yeah.
You remember that? So it is much possible to wake up midnight every night to do ibadah. Very much possible.
And why do we have to look now? Historically, in Sultan Shah time, the whole Jamaat was expected to wake up at 12 o'clock, go to Jamaat Khana. After Jamaat Khana, they'll directly go to their farms and work in the farms, which is such a physically hard work. Then they would come to Jamaat Khana, and if you read the history, Bhagat Kararua, oh my God, do you know about him? He would make them sing Ginan, line after line. How many Ginans? So they would, in evening Jamaat Khana, they would be there for hours. They go home, take a nap, come back at midnight. Those who wanted to, not all. Remember, this is only for those who want to. आशिक की बात हो रही है, right? कि जितना गुड़ डालो उतना मीठा होगा, right? Next.
एजी बड़े पीरा सदर दिन ही जुग पछि रहे निरहे सत केरी वाट केरी वीरले जाणो तमे जागो जागो भाईरा रैयाना विराणियाजी.
So this verse, I do not know the words you are reading, but I'll read it here. एजी भणे पीर सदर दिन ही जुग पाछली रही. partially is the end of the time, right? Sat keri वाट केरी वीरले जानी. ए भाई पीर सदरुद्दीन फरमाते हैं कि इस ज़माने की मिसाल रात के पिछले हिस्से जैसी है. इस ज़माने की मिसाल रात के पिछले हिस्से जैसी है, लेकिन हक की इस राह को जानने वाला बहादुर शायद ही कोई होगा.
That answer your question.
Yeah.
Which was just asking, is it possible? That's what he's saying.
Brave.
Right?
Yeah.
The example of the night is the example of this time that we are living in. This is the end of the night.
Mm-hmm. The period, the era.
Right? And there are only few brave who will understand the night or the end of the night. अगर इसको रखे यहाँ पर, and if we have the Faramin of Sultan Masha, the very first Faraman, 1885, Sultan Masha said, ये दौरे आखिर है, ये दौरे आखिर है. And he's saying this is the end of the night, and he's saying this is the new period now.
The day is about to end, meaning the new period.
Dore Akhir is
The end
The
time.
end time of eternity.
This era.
End time, end of an era.
Era.
जैसा एक दिन खत्म हो जाता है, एक रात खत्म हो जाती है, तो फिर नया दिन आता है ना. So he's saying this is a new day in that sense. Just for our understanding today, Sultan Masha is saying, hey, this is the end of the time. यानी कि वो रात खत्म हो गई, अभी नया दिन आने वाला है. तो फिर be careful. And the Mu'minin will see the miracles. Others will also see the miracles, but will not believe. क्यों? क्योंकि वो अधूरे दिल वाले हैं, उनका ईमान कच्चा है. That's the very first from our Sultan Masha.
And he was only 8 years old.
And he was not even 8
Not
years old.
even. 7 years and some months.
Right? जी.
So इस ज़माने की मिसाल रात के पिछले हिस्से जैसी है. For example, if we were to look at 24 hours clock, the day is about to end. And that's what Sultan Ahmad Shah said in 1885, that this is the end time, meaning the day is about to finish. Malik Yawmiddin, Yom meaning day, this day is ending, meaning the day of judgment is coming near. This era, this period is about to end. A new era is about to begin, whatever way you want to look at. And Peeyo is now telling us, how many years ago? 600 years ago? He's telling us to wake up.
Yeah, this time, like last 3 hours is like a end of the time.
End of the time. So 24 hours, the last 3 hours are like end of time. It will only be recognized by those who are brave to recognize it, meaning take the steps to recognize it. It is not easy to sit here on Sunday morning. We could have been sleeping or going for a walk or something, but we all are sacrificing our time and knowledge to elevate ourselves. It needs bravery to do that. Similarly, so this definition of brave would apply at every level we move on to, So this is the end time. Wake up to recognize this end time. Only those who will recognize are actually the bravest one to be recognizing it.